This
Bunch of meetings.
conference will now be recorded.
Good. All right, good afternoon. I call the September 21st Occupancy Tax Board meeting to order at 2:30. Ms. Smith, can I get a roll call, please?
Committee Chair Carrie Moore,
Present.
Committee Member Bonnie Bitzer,
Here.
Committee Member Justin Jones,
Here.
Staff Coordinator Paige Smith, here.
Madam Chair, you have a quorum.
Madam Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Has everybody got a copy of the agenda? I'll entertain a motion.
Second.
We have to make one.
I make a motion.
Second.
To what?
I've only been to two of these.
So either make a motion to accept the agenda or modify the agenda.
Okay, I accept the agenda. I make a motion to accept the agenda.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, approval of the minutes. Has everybody had a chance to go through those? We've got minutes for March 16th, April 21st, May 18th, August 17th. We've been busy. I'll entertain a motion whenever y'all are ready.
I make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
And a second.
Okay, I have a motion to accept the minutes as written in a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Bonnie,
Pardon me?
all in favor?
I'm sorry. Aye, yes.
Thank you. Motion passes. Now we're on to other business non-action items. First thing on the agenda is the reports for Lodgers Tax and Convention Center. Paige, would you mind?
Okay, so we do have July and August, so August representing July prior month. It does look like we are coming up, and we did do fairly well in July, probably due to the UFO festival and other things. Other than that, if there's any questions, please let me know, but we did track one of the highest July months that we've had historically this last July.
Madam Chair, may I add to that?
Yes, Juanita?
The report that you guys are seeing for the month of July, that is the first time in 19 consecutive months that we hit our occupancy at 70% when they were doing an evaluation of where we were at, which is not a good thing to share, but also something that you guys should be aware of.
So the past 19 months, we have not hit 70%?
Correct.
Sounds about right.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Bonnie?
what was it before COVID and all the problems Usually
67% was our average.
the average for the year, which means that some months were much higher than that.
So June, July, August, about 80%, on July being our best month, obviously. But yeah, it hasn't been anything close to that since before COVID.
70's not bad then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, at least we're going up.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll continue.
It was a very good summer.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes. So I hope that trend continues.
Any other comments about Lodgers Tax? Oh, Convention Center?
Convention Center, once again, we are projecting upwards. It's another month that we did collect more than we have historically. And we are, of course, moving forward with the short-term rentals on all of this. So
So August, which is convention, actually August or convention?
August is actually July for both of these.
So August 22, which would be July of 22, was actually better than 19 and 20?
Yes.
Where was it compared to 18?
I just took 18 off. It was actually still ranking higher than 18 when I filled it out. So this is one of the highest that we've ever had. There are additional rooms in the market, so that does play into that a little bit. Adding in the short-term rentals and also the Clarion and Home 2 suites that wouldn't have been in there historically.
So the extra 2 hotels.
Yes.
How many bed and breakfasts do we have? We have none now?
Madam Chair, Clary Sage has shuttered.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Clary Sage was our only bed and breakfast that was operating pre-COVID and was a COVID casualty.
And how many Airbnbs or whatever rental housing?
Currently, we have been working on that. Moving forward, we have had 6 that have begun that will be reporting on the next month.
We have 64 total
Okay.
and a variety that are in non-compliance. And those non-compliance letters have gone out,
What makes them non-compliant? Paying their,
lodger's tax.
okay.
And the compliancy letters went out on the 13th of August. I believe are in packet as well.
There's a couple.
There on the last page.
Do you guys have any other things on convention center?
Not at the moment. Well, it's not necessarily with the taxes, but how are we going with the hiring for the positions and getting it back up and running? Do we have any books going forward? I might be jumping the gun getting into that, but.
I think I'm allowed to ask that because it's a question about convention center. So we've hired a general facility operations manager. He is in the building and working. We had a soft opening, if you will, in September. We've just hired a facility ops individual who will be doing setup and tear down. We did offer a position for the chef and that was declined. So we will be, I think it's got reposted today. So we'll be searching for a chef again. And then the sales manager, we did have some interviews and have not found a candidate as of yet. We are hoping to have interviews again on Friday. Our goal is to have it up and running full function by January 1. We can't have larger events until we have a team in place, obviously. So our goal was to have the leadership team, which includes the chef, the sales manager, and our facility ops manager, and then hire the secondary and frontline staff for them. So.
And since the COVID restrictions kind of ease going into summer capacity restrictions, a little bit, were we getting inquiries that we just couldn't fulfill?
Yes, we have a waiting list of 75 events
Nice.
right now. Yes,
So it's just dependent on the chef at this point, right?
correct, yes.
Hear that, world?
Yeah, it was really, we had a really great candidate and it's unfortunate, but we'll go back out and hopefully we can find another great one.
Can you divulge why they declined the offer?
Salary. So.
Well, the salary on that position was pretty high.
Mhm.
Depends on how good of a chef they are.
Yeah,
Were they local?
yes.
It was high.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing is the American Rescue Plan Tourism Beautification Proposal Updates. Is that you?
I can give you guys an update on the American Rescue Plan.
Okay.
So we had a special finance meeting last week with the city council where there was a list generated for use of the American Rescue Plan money. It did not include some of the ideas from what came out of this committee. My understanding is council is going to continue working with our administration on how that money is going to be utilized, because it is at the council's discretion. And so there were a few tourism elements in there. The one, I would say the entryway, there was one in there that did make it, and that was the Leprino farmland entrance. Due to COVID, we do have to have some type of COVID safe entry, as far as we just can't have a floodgate of people. We have to have the plexiglass. We have to have those types of things. So that was one that did make it. For the beautification, there really wasn't anything in the beautification. Most of it was tourism related messaging. An LED was one of them, like LED signage throughout. That actually got cut. Advertising, so adding to our advertising budget, because our advertising budget was reduced significantly this fiscal year for all city departments. Some departments didn't get any, whether that be tourism or internal advertising. And I'm trying to think what the other ones were off the top of my head. I should have brought the list. Look at that, I have it. Let's see, assistance to the convention center. That was one that made it on the list. So one of the things with COVID is you could have outdoor type eating and outdoor type seating. So part of our vision for convention center, I don't know what phase you would call it, but as we took it over, we want to finalize our courtyard. And so that includes sound bearing wall off of Main Street, lighting. We want to be able to utilize that space. We have a lot of requests for like graduation type events, outdoor wedding type events, and we have a really great space, but we need to be able to enclose it. That was one of the things that would help. If we would have had that, we probably wouldn't have had to shut down, because we would have had this outdoor space for a portion of COVID. The other tourism related things that were on this list was, this one was an investment for the Great Blocks project in the downtown district. The other one, it was requested at 100,000, it got 0, and that was the outreach for like technology, things like that, hardware, software updated. And then the other one was the reinstitute of tourism marketing efforts within public affairs, which would also include like ensuring that we could offer lodger's tax for these events that were hindered throughout. And those were pretty much the gist of it. This spreadsheet was included in the finance packet, so I will need to make you a copy of it because I've referenced it at this meeting.
So you said that the Great Outdoors, which is that park over by the railroad, they did get funding?
It was included on the list. That meeting was a workshop, so there wasn't any action taken.
Okay.
So my understanding is they are going to have another meeting where action can be taken based on what the council see how they would like to send the funding.
Okay. So can I take public? No.
No, I just wanted to make a comment.
Yeah.
The toilet situation is being fixed on a different budget, right?
Correct, yes. The convention center currently is under construction inside the pre-function. So during 4th of July's event inside the convention center, our toilets overflowed, and that was due to the usage. We had a lot of people utilizing those toilets. It was discovered that upon construction, the underground sewer, the big sewer line, I learned something new every day working in the city, was never replaced. It bellied, and so they have to dig it out, open it up, rip the carpet out, jackhammer the concrete, insert a new sewer line because there was too much going through with the new pipes that were installed for our new commodes. So that was unfortunate, and not another reason why our goal is to have that done by mid-October. And they assured us that it would be done by then. So another reason why we're not fully open.
Well, if we can't take them in January,
Yeah.
they run a little behind.
That's kind of our thought process is we want to make sure that they're fully functional because you have a large event, you need toilets.
Was there any attempt to find out with the original construction people why that wasn't taken care of when the build was built?
I believe there was some conversation about that, and I'm not exactly sure what happened. It's definitely opportunities for future projects to ensure that quality inspections are being done and making sure that plans are being followed. So I think sometimes it's important for us to look at the full scope of the project. And sometimes I think we just want to get things done in a hurry. And so for this, like, we don't want to have events in there while we have construction. So it's better for us to hold off. Granted, there's people that want to have events, but we need to fix it and do it the right way, which may take a little bit longer. And so then we're pausing those events. But I think that's the best decision at this point. And that's what we try to do. And I believe, maybe the people that were a part of that project, maybe that was a cost saving measure. I mean, I don't want to speak for them, but.
Edward, All right. The next item on the agenda is the short-term rental projects updates.
We have sent out the letters on August 13th to all non-compliant parties. Following up with that, we have reached out to several companies to inquire about the best process to follow. If there's a company that can provide that service for us for compliancy, we will be speaking to them soon. It is a company that works with Riadoso for the same issue. Other than that, we have reached out to Airbnb specifically and provided our ordinance stating that there is a 5% occupancy tax that they have to pay. We are in the process of getting that applied. So at that point, the Airbnb host will automatically have those taxes taken out, and that payment will be provided to the city from Airbnb. We'll be reaching out to other companies once we get that process done to see if we can get them to do the same thing, but that's the biggest one that we could start with. So that's it on that.
So for like an Airbnb, whoever has that house, they have to get a business license, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be the penalty. If they are not being compliant, that is something that we submit the list to them. We submit the list to the state because they're operating a business, and part of operating a business is paying taxes. So some of them believe they're flying under the radar, but we're very well aware of it.
Okay, that was going to be my question. I mean,
Yeah.
So will those people be fined that are not collecting?
Yes. Yes.
Shot.
Lose their non-existent business licenses?
Well, some of them actually have a business license. I'm sorry.
Do
Some
they?
of them actually have a business license.
Oh, good.
And some are operating without one.
so is there companies that manage all of them, or like if I wanted just to set my house up, I can just do it without going to a company?
You could set it up on any kind of website that provides that service. I mean, you could even put it on Craigslist if you wanted to. So that's why there's companies that go do web searches in that area for those kind of people and then provide the information to us. And some go as far as to send out the compliancy letters, do the follow-up, things of that nature. But that's where we had originally got our information, was from a company that provided the list of all of the hosts that they found in this area online.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah.
Get one of those for food people.
At the Google map at some point in the past, and they're everywhere in the city.
They are, and it's really unfortunate that they're not being compliant because it really is not leveling the playing field for our hotels, for our RV parks. And it's missed funding that can be utilized for these events. You know, we need to get to that 70% occupancy. Well, when they're paying, those numbers equate into that average. So,
Spend them.
yeah.
Okay. Any other questions on short-term rentals? All right, I will now open the floor for public comments.
Firstly,
Please state your name.
I will, Larry Conley, 2815 in Canton Drive. Please show in the minutes that Sharon Call has left, so the 3-minute rule is extended for a few. Okay, now,
I'm still here.
when I came today, I saw that beautiful thing. I'm kind of helping out this committee, keep Roswell beautiful. And we don't have that many members. I think there are only 12 or 15 right now. Kathy Lay has been put in charge of that. So there'll be more members coming up. I hope all of you have seen these little ads in the newspaper that say, keep Roswell beautiful. Down to
I don't know. Oh, there it is, right in the middle.
right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
The newspaper,
Good.
I talked to Sarah Lee, she said, we'll love to put those in. They use them as fillers. So some days there are 3 of them, some days there are none, but at least they're getting up. Keep Roswell beautiful. Got a very large sum of money on New Mexico too. Can't remember how much it was,
28,000.
28,000. Part of it's gonna be used to buy new bags. They're gonna be white. And they have Keep Roswell Beautiful, and we're gonna give those out. I have a meeting Thursday with the Board of Realtors. Keeping Roswell beautiful. Who gains the most? The realtors. Now, the realtors, I've asked for a 2,500 donation. I'm gonna raise it to 3,000 or 4,000 because we come up with such great ideas for them. But that is on Thursday. Kathy Lay was gonna go with me and assist, or I was gonna assist her. This one, schedule her for go to some kind of training class that she has to go to. So I'm counting on you to replace Kathy Lay for me because I need help. Okay, that's Keep Roswell Beautiful. Now, there's something else I'm working on.
Got 1 minute.
Okay.
Or more.
Brenda.
You know where that is?
It's off of Brenda.
No,
No,
No?
South Main, in the ETZ, next to Tiki Restaurant or whatever it is.
Keeks.
What?
Keeks.
Keek, across from the Asian market.
Fires were, yeah, okay.
We have a problem. The city council, the county commissioners never see eye to eye. I want county commissioners put 100,000 into a cleanup campaign on South Main and EC highways and the city, 100,000. Well, throw that out. We aren't gonna do that. Don't come in, Sharon. And so for
Larry, hurry up, you're out of time.
okay, for the city council, I had a picture of the 2 water towers, the old water tower, the new water tower. That symbolizes the old Roswell and the new Roswell. At the county commissioner meeting, I wanted a comparison. So I handed this out to everybody.
Thank you.
keep going.
Keep going, keep going. So I'm gonna get this framed and we're gonna show that to the realtors. And if you have any influence with a city council member or a county commissioner, tell them, hey, do a pool. There will be a 5-person committee.
Okay.
People who have big expense accounts.
All right, Larry, we're moving on.
No.
Yes, we are. All right, do we have any other public comments? Anything else from you guys? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
And I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the meeting is adjourned at 2:56 PM. Our next meeting is scheduled for October 19th, 2021.